angry, ugly lot. They look like they'll stab you in the back as soon as blink. Well, I suppose we owe it to the ancestors to defend them. So, get to your positions!
Can you guys believe how many javelins that Spartan officer just took? Hey guys, what's up? Ellington here, and welcome back to the battlefield. We got ourselves a 4v4, and this one's a fun one, and the reason this one was fun is we actually did this on stream. Oh, I mean, it was a couple weeks ago now. But yeah, this one is actually a battle with me and Joe and some other people from the Dragon Corps. Versus other people from the Dragon Corps. So let's get into the armies. First off, we've got, for the attackers, we have Carthage. Carthage is being commanded by Nivlek. Also for the attackers, we've got Sparta being commanded by Billy Blazes. Nabatea here being commanded by Wild Sweet. And finally, Bactria being commanded by Royal Athenian. Now for the defenders, we've got Seleucid being commanded by Dairy Farmer, Lusitani being commanded by me, Arverni being commanded by Joe on it. Once again, guys, if you guys have never seen Joe's videos, go check out his channel. He's another one of the backseat generals, and he always puts out really good content. Also, if you have not already, look into Gorm Mjolnir. Both of their channels are linked in the description. Now, finally, for the defenders, we have got Galatia being commanded by Foxus Bat. So you can see Joe and as Arverni is kind of set up here, Lusitani, myself, kind of in this area, with Seleucid kind of over here. Lusitani with my lack of armor, you know, trying not to stay in the front of the, you know, combat here. Veteran shield warriors that had moved up. It's because of the tower here, but I am gonna get them out of there. Gonna try and move some slingers up to try and, you know, shoot these archers if I can.
Get running!
Nabatean heavy archers are nasty, and they are not going to be very much fun here. Actually brought an Iberian sword over to this side. Look at the artillery coming in against Seleucid, and majority of Joe's Celtic warriors really getting tore up. 137, 138. This one's pretty healthy. 152. These guys are the ones that dealt with the Perioque spears. I think they are now going for a wall. 56 damage on this wall here. You can see all Nabatea's stuff moving forward. All his archers, his armored desert hoplites. Yeah, my units really do not like this. And Joe, I know, really did not like the artillery coming in against him. You can see Sparta now moving units forward. By the way, we are on the settlement of Tur. Pretty fun settlement. Some people think it's defensive, like defender heavy. I personally don't think it's too bad. Now you can see what's happening here. What we kind of came to the realization was, between the archers of Nabatea, the archers of Sparta, and the eventual arrival of the archers of Bactria, my units being in this spot was really not good. So what we are trying to do, myself and Seleucid is actually moving his units to my spot while I move my units to his spot. If I can hold on to this area, that means that I can better use my slingers to keep these guys at bay. But it really just gets me away from this super heavy archer presence. A lot of people are a lot less willing to bring all of their archers to a flank like this, because of the accessibility of gates. So cavalry tends to leave archers very, very exposed. So by having me on this side, it was far less likely that they would have their archers over here to try and shoot me. So, sorry, Seleucid, but you have a lot more armor than I do. So, now on this side, you can see Carthage is already in it, man. Got Samnite warriors in. It looks like already some stuff taken down. Galatian Swords, 133 kills already. Galatian Legionaries doing pretty well. Got an Italian sword here. Libyan infantry already up. Or mercenary Italian sword, sorry. So you can see Carthage is really he is going in full throttle. Nabatea doesn't seem to be throwing anything up on the settlement yet. You can see Sparta making his way up into this breach here. Spartan Hoplites going up against some Celtic warriors. And unfortunately for Joe, a really nice archer position there for Nabatea. Now the nice thing about this side here is we can basically choke them off here and pretty much just call it a day. See Bactria moving archers over this way. So I'm going to take some slingers and put up on that wall to deal with that. Joe seems to be doing relatively well against Sparta, but he's probably going to have some issues here with Nabatea coming in. Probably going to need to just basically give up and hold that spot. Carthage already kind of seems to have just given up on this spot. It honestly kind of looks like he's really just kind of moving stuff this way. He's got stuff up on the walls, but I'm not sure that he's going to commit much more to it. Joe just taking really, really nasty fire from the Spartan archers as well. And here comes the Nabatean Axe warriors. Getting set up to get ready to charge the back of the Celtic warriors. And here they go. Not a full unit yet, but it's still going to do something. Charging to the back of the unit. Nabatean Axe warriors have a pretty good charge bonus. You can see the archers over this way. Seleucid actually brought his Syrians over. But I've got my Iberian slingers shooting at the mercenary Syrians from Bactria. And he's just going to pull his units back there. You can see Seleucid is kind of just taking the defense of here. And Joe is continuing to put up some defense here, but looks like majority of his stuff is kind of back this way and over here. He still has a chosen. The thing about this settlement for a 4v4, it can be a little tight. So you can see some of the units have been put back this way just because this front area doesn't have a ton of room for setting up. African pikes, got Cretan archers over here. Galatia looks pretty much done with this side. And to be honest with you, since Carthage has kind of moved fully over here, it means that Galatia can pretty much just set this defense like that. Or if he wants to, even like this. Now, if I remember correctly, yeah, there we go. So we got some cav out here from Galatia. I thought we had another cav come out. Guess not. I don't see another one, but look at that really nasty Syrian archer position. Shooting right in the back of the Bactrian Hillmen, and probably going to shoot the back of the Thorax swords too. Veteran shield warriors and Hillmen holding this spot. The stout Hillman line ready for this advance. Nabatea seems to just be kind of consolidating his forces, getting them in. Oh, here's the other cav unit. Heavy horse from Arverni. Doesn't seem to be, he doesn't have gotten a ton of kills. He's 38 out of 80. Ooh, got some stutter there. I don't know what the hell that was. Looks like the heavy horse is trying to push over to Bactria. And Bactria is not really doing anything about it, and you know what? This is probably why. So I had some units over in the forest over here, and you know, we were getting pressured pretty hard, so I thought I would try to alleviate some pressure. Brought these hidden guerrilla units out the side, and basically just going to try and make Bactria slow down his approach. So you can see he's pulling his units off of this. He's not putting any more on besides this one here. There we go. The heavy horse actually making it into Bactria's archers. 52 kills now. And Galatia coming in. Looks like he's going to charge the general's bodyguard. If anything, getting the general's bodyguard could be, you know, that's big enough. 40 men versus 80 men. Cappadocian's getting out of there because of the Scutari. And there we go. So you could see the Joe, honestly, he didn't have a whole lot to defend this area. So you can see we actually are kind of giving up this ground here. Galatia is fully done with this side, so he could just kind of stonewall Carthage and then just be a thorn in their side over here. Cappadocian's still going around being annoying. Looks like the heavy horse is finally broken, though. And then what I'm doing, I'm just kind of setting my units up around this gate. That basically just gives me the option of retreating if I want to, but it continues to keep some pressure on Bactria. Get some units over in the forest here that he's pulling out. Guerrilla warriors charging some Bactrian hillmen. Then Veteran Shield's kind of switching out. Got this one 154 kills. Switching out for a fresh Veteran Shield warrior unit. And Seleucid continuing to fight Nabatea over around the Stonehenge. Now, if they wanted to, they could probably start moving some stuff around this way. Maybe hit that hillman, get behind this. And then they would be able to, you know, start pressuring up the hill. Got Gallic Hunter set up on the wall here. This is kind of the inner wall for Tur, shooting down. And Galatia is actually, looks like, bringing more units down into this area. Doing a pretty good job of fighting into these Libyan infantry, yeah. Got some Italian swords, but you can see they've captured the gate, so now they're really just kind of pouring in. Got mercenary Syrian archers over there, though. Now, the Cappadocian Cav, 74 kills. He's at half health. The general's bodyguard actually survived. And then Joe continuing to hold this center avenue of the gate. Got some depleted Carthaginian units fighting him. Thorax swords going up against the Nabatean axe warriors. Alright guys, sorry about that, but we are back with this epic 4v4. So, as you can see, you know, we talked about the fact that the defenders have fallen back, you know, out my team, I guess I should say. You got Nabatea and Spartan Hoplites moving forward. Got Joe as our Verney trying to rush his units back to the point, get them back to the safety of this center point here. Galatia actually still sitting out here with troops, you know, kind of just being annoying. But we've got some Libyan infantry from Carthage still kind of holding out a little bit here. So, you know, I think, if I remember correctly, I think after that, Galatia kind of comes back to hold the hill. On the left, you can see Bactria is pushing myself and Seleucid. We're holding pretty well, though, to be honest with you, on this side. The center area with Joe and Seleucid has pretty much been lost, but this left side area is pretty much ours at this point. my guerrilla deploy troops that I brought out, sitting outside the gate, really just kind of being annoying, keeping units of Bactria, kind of not doing anything. So you can see Bactria is actually, I think, doing the smart thing here, taking his units over, and I think he's just going to climb up with the rest of his allies. It's been a little while since we did this battle, so I don't remember everything that happened. You can see Bactria's troops that are on the settlement not having a great day. The Thorax Swords getting shot in the back by the Syrian archers of Seleucid.
Get running!
But then, look at this. This little cheeky, put his Bactrian helmet up on the wall and started throwing javelins down at my guys. Jerk. He's got Citizen Cav over here kind of watching the flank a little bit. Galatia's Cav still kind of running around being a nuisance out here. 74 kills. Got to be careful, though, because they do still have... They've got chariots that I believe the Cav actually smoked out the chariots in the trees here when it was going through. It was like, oh shit, chariots. Carthage moving the rest of his army in. Cretan archers, Nabatean axe warriors from Nabatea, obviously. And Seleucid still holding this little point here. Get Thorax Swords holding back some Spartan hoplites. And now a Nabatean axe warrior going in. The second Spartan hoplite not quite getting out of combat, so hey, look at this. Thorax Sword's gonna pull out and kind of neutralize the damage of the axe warrior. Joe's Chosen Sword's gonna go in and try and save him. But they gotta be careful though. Got Libyan infantry coming up from Carthage. On this side, got Thorax Swords throwing back a Thorax Sword from Bactria, but got a Bactrian Hillman that might be coming to its relief. Yeah, honestly, at this point, you can see they're really kind of just like consolidating their hold on the outer area of the settlement, kind of getting everything settled, getting the armies into the settlement, and preparing for the next phase of the push. Got Chosen Swords actually kind of just holding back a Libyan infantry kind of all by themselves. Oh, and Joe brought Spear Nobles as his general. I didn't even notice that when we were playing. I've got some Lusitani Nobles and then my general as a Lusitani Noble. Artillery still coming in. Oh, just catching a couple here. Thorax Swords. Who is that? Is that Bactria? 140 kills on Bactria's artillery. And the Desert Chariots are going to be gone. They are broken, and are they going to be able to shatter them just to get them completely gone? Desert Chariots only 5 kills right now. They're not quite shattered. Probably smart idea, just getting his cav, trying to, basically just to wow, I cannot talk. Basically using the cav to just completely get rid of that chariot so there's no chance of it coming back. There we go, those words. I'm gonna have to pull back my Iberian slingers from the wall. He brought Bactrian Hillman over this way along the wall, but then he took him to hit the side of the Thorax Swords. But that is going to leave him open to my Iberian swordmen going in and catching that Nabatean axe warrior. Or Nabatean swordsman even, excuse me. A lot of archers moving forward. So our front line's going to have a lot of issues, especially, I think we had some pikes. Yeah, so Seleucid has a standard pikeman back here. Basically keeping him back there because he knows that if he goes up, his archers his pikes are going to die. Terrible, terrible deaths to archers. We're still kind of holding a foothold over here. We've got a couple of our archers, my slingers, and a couple units, my Iberian swords, some thorax swords, and then a thorough spear. But to be honest with you, if the attackers decide to put any push into this right now, we don't have enough to hold it. We would probably just fall back from that. On the front end, we've got Libyan infantry with battle rhythm pulling out before the battle rhythm's finished, but another Libyan infantry going in. It looks like maybe some Spartan hoplites moving forward. Cretan archers getting a little closer here. The thing that people always forget about this area is that you can go through here. A lot of people don't realize you can go through those spots, so defenders will defend all of this, but they won't defend anything from here, and sometimes they get outflanked. Just a sneaky little spot. Another sneaky little spot on this map is right there. I always call it the goat path. Now, the Libyan infantry, 155 kills. Very well done. Very nice. You got your Galatian legionaries and a Galatian nobleman gen. So two different people bringing the spear generals. Very interesting. My slingers, I'm not 100% sure what I was doing with them, but they are moving up this way. I think I was trying to get shots on the mercenary Syrian archers, but it was not working. And actually a chosen sword, I think this chosen sword was up on the hill, came down to assist myself and Seleucid in trying to eliminate some of these units from like Bactria. Got Royal Spartans, and here's a Sparta. Probably not a place that Seleucid should have gone into here. Your thorax sword is not going to beat those. So, and then you can see actually a really good angle as we're attacking this. The archers over here shooting us in the backs. Thorough spears trying to eliminate the thorough spears. And my guerrilla units are actually out here kind of wrapping it around. Eliminated the artillery, even though, to be perfectly honest with you, it was probably out of ammunition. And now gonna go up this way.
Run, curse you!
Slinger's only 29 kills. Not fantastic. Got a veteran shield warrior here, 77 men left with 207 kills. Chosen swords from wow, Arverni, 152 kills. How about the Spartan hoplites? 135, 95. These guys are completely and totally fresh. And the Royal Spartans, here's the Sparta, are probably ripping this to shreds, yes. Now, Syrian archers, what are they? They aren't... Okay, so they're kind of split here. Seleucid only has 2 of his Syrians here, but he's taking on 3 of the Syrians from Bactria, so maybe he's gonna pull out of there, which is, I think, the right move. You know, he didn't quite get this unit, but these 2 units were really tearing him up in the process. So I think he made the right move of pulling away from that.
Take aim!
Got my slingers on the walls. Shooting over at the Helot archers, looks like. And then the ones over here, so I had come over onto this spot to try and shoot over at the archers here. But man, the Spartan archers getting really, really nice angles on me, tearing me up. Same thing, they're trying to... Now, this is not as good of an angle as what they had on the other side. So I've got a pretty good angle in shooting at these Cretans. Just Iberian slingers, not like nothing like the Balearics or anything. Now, it looks like Joe's actually going to get his chosen sword out of here. 89 kills. And then 178 on the thorax swords. 90 men left in it. Still have my Iberian slinger over here. And then look at this. Galatia actually got his cav back to the settlement. Now, the Galatian Legionaries fighting a downhill battle against Nabatean Axe Warriors. It's a good fight for them, because the Nabatean Axe Warriors, even though have the high charge bonus, they lose a bit of momentum in the charging uphill. So the Galatian Legionaries are already a better unit, but now also not taking near as much losses on the charge because of the uphill charge by the Nabatean Axe Warriors. Now we've got the Nabatean Heavy Archers dueling with the mercenary Syrians at the top of the hill. The Syrians have the better angle there, but there are also 4 of the Nabatean Heavy Archers against 3 of the Syrians. And Nabatean Heavy Archers and Syrians are honestly almost identical units. They have some slight stat differences, but very, very minimal. I mean, just to look, you know, got 35 missile damage, They both have 150 range. Armor of 40, Nabatean armor of 40, base morale 40, base morale. I mean, honestly, they're almost identical. I think the main difference is that the Nabatean Heavy Archers do not get an ability, so they don't get precision shot, they don't get quick reload. The Syrians get precision shot, which far increases their accuracy. It's really, really good. You can see my guerrillas coming up on the walls. 115 kills on this one. And then I've got my Lusitani guerrillas, which are the spear units that are climbing the walls over here. 0 kills, 0 kills, so hopefully they can get some work done. Working 9 to 5. 218, 152, 209. Spartan Hoplites at 39. Chosen Swords for Joe at 181. Gallic Hunter's getting shot up now, though. Now that the Syrians ran away, the Nabatean Heavy Archers had a juicy target. Now, I don't think they're really looking forward to taking this fight on the hill. Thorough Spear's getting up on the wall here. I think they were trying to catch some jabbies on the Cretan Archers, maybe. Look at this, my guys just really just pulling out of the point and just really pushing the counterattack here. They're small, depleted units, but they are still getting some kills. Spartan Hoplites having a bit of issue there. Now look at this, on the hill over this way, we've got Heroes of Sparta and two Heroes of Sparta? Damn. 2 Heroes of Sparta going up against the Chosen Swords. Once again, taking an uphill battle. Thorough Spears backing them up. Thorax Swords waiting in reserve. Even as the Citizen Cap being a nuisance. Got Silver Shield Swordsman. Silver Shield Sword. Now, once they deal with my units, then they're going to have to work their way through Arverni, then they'll have to work their way through Seleucid, and then they'll have to work through whatever else we put there. Up on the hill, looks like another advance. It looks like another Nabatean Axe Warrior charging in on the Galatian Legionaries here. There's a good screenshot. Nice thing about the Nabatean Axe Warriors, they do have those axes, so they should be able to help get through some of that armor of the Galatian Legionaries. Now Thorough Spear's up from Seleucid up on the wall, shooting down at the Helot Archers that are out of ammo, so I'm not really sure why he's throwing at them. Ooh, there we go. Thorax Swords breaking to the Heroes of Sparta. Heroes of Sparta, 138 kills. 123 on the other one. The Syrians here actually getting some really nice shots into the back of that defense over there. But I think we're going to get a goat path use here, or the attempt of a goat path. Thorax Swords, 21 kills only, man. what happens getting shot in the back while fighting Heroes, while fighting anything, but then you add in Heroes of Sparta and whew. Probably not the best use of the ammunition on my Lusitani Guerrillas. Throwing over at the Paroki Spears. Probably should have saved that ammunition for like later in the game. Now, Mercenary Noble Fighters going into the fight now. 37 kills, but they have taken some losses. 114 out of 160. Ooh, 106. They've really taken some losses. The Syrians, I think, are the ones that are really dealing the damage. 25 kills, 26 kills, 77 kills. And you got a Syrian archer from Seleucid with 0 kills, just waiting to be used. Noble Fighters, 53. Man, they are just getting ripped up by the archers. I'm not sure that they're really going to get a whole lot of kills, which is unfortunate. It's an expensive unit to not get a lot of kills on. Now here we've actually got a little bit of an issue. You can see that the Heroes of Sparta here have kind of pushed and worked their way around, and we got the Oathsworn for Arverni moving in to help deal with that issue. 172. Oathsworn has 16 kills, so it's pretty fresh. 180. Spartan Hoplite with 136. A fresh Thorough Spear with like no kills on it. So now my Lusitani Guerrilla is really not getting a ton of kills. This one's kind of trapped over this way. I think it was kind of waste. I probably should have just pulled these units back to the point. No real reason to leave them out here. They had plenty of I had plenty of opportunity to get those units back and use them probably in a better situation. Now, I wonder if this Thorough Spear, yes it does. I was going to say I wonder if it still has javelins, and you can always tell because if they're holding their spear upside down, so with the point looking down, that's a javelin, not a spear. If you see that, that obviously means that they are not using their javelins, and usually it means that they are out if you see them like this. I don't think there's any more to show you. Yeah, because that's a pike unit. That's all right. Slinger's going to come up. I think I'm going to try to get shots on the Cretan archers here. Or maybe the African pikes. I don't remember what I went for. I think I'm going for the pikes. Nope, looks like archers. Look at this. Actually, a strong counter push here. Myself, my Lusitani Noble, some Thorough Spears, and the tiny Chosen Sword with 263 kills. Pushing forward, actually getting into some of the Cretan archers, which honestly I think they're out of ammo, so it doesn't matter. But they're going to bring their pikes forward and some Spartan hoplites to try and push us back. But you can see Nabatea really needs to push things forward here. Right now we have nothing covering the breach at the moment. I think that's what Seleucid's doing. He's either going to pull this unit to help us, or he's going to set it in the center there. I'm not sure. Seleucid deciding to hold his Thorough Spear here to try and give my more important Lusitania Noble a chance to get out. 111 kills on the Lusitania Noble already. 117 on the Oathsworn, or not General, but Oathsworn. Citizen Cat moving this way. I can't remember, but I think he tries to make a push up around the mountain there. You can see we've got a couple units, including the Seleucid General here. The Cappadocian Cav could probably go like harass that Citizen Cav. I don't know if it would beat it because it's only 31 men, but it would at least do some damage and probably slow it down. Armored Desert Hoplites, 31 kills and only 35 men left. Heavy archers seem to be out of ammunition, 169 kills. 153, 146 on the other one. Still got a lot more op lights over here. Now this one is not out. My Iberian Slinger is actually getting shot in the side. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Oh God. Oh, it's painful. Pikes have taken a little bit of damage, but nothing too crazy. I fully pulled the Lusitani Noble back here. I didn't want it getting shot. Oh, the Slinger getting shot from both sides as well. The Cretan archers shooting from this side, Nabatean heavy archers from the other side. I do have one of my slingers trying to shoot the Cretan. Bactrian Royal Guard coming up the hill. 160 men. Veteran Shield Warrior going to switch out with the Thorough Spear that was there. Veteran Shield Warrior should do a little better than the Thorough Spear. But the Bactrian Royal Guard is a pretty darn good unit. So, look at this Heroes of Sparta, 215 kills. The thing about the Heroes of Sparta is that they are really good, but they only get 120 men. If they had 160 men, they might be considered broken. Nabatean Axe Warriors now charging in. 20 charge bonus, so not too bad. They also get Frenzy Charge. Bounce Power, I honestly would say, is in the attacker's favor at this moment. We'll see if it stays that way.
Let's go.
Bactrian Guard, 61 kills, lost 23 men. No, 33 men, 34 men. Veteran Shield Warrior only 27, 30 kills now. Bringing my Lusitani Noble because need something with a little more punch to get through the Bactrian Royal Guard here.
Warriors, stop.
Cav thinking about coming up here, but I don't think he realized that the Silver Shield is there, and he said, never mind, we're not going to go that way. Oh, look at this. Bactria using his archers to shoot in the back of the Silver Shield Swordsman General for Seleucid. Nabatea on the other side, not advancing anymore. I don't know if he will continue to advance. A Thorough Spear here, 60 kills. And there's another one with 118 kills. And then switching out the Nabatean Axe Warriors. Slingers, 100. These are Balearics, 190 kills now.
Kill.
You can see Spartan Hoplites trying to go up the goat path again. Veteran Shield Warriors, 57 kills, and my Lusitani Noble trying to hold back the Thorax Sword and the Bactrian Royal Guard. He tried pushing a Thorax Sword up this way, but it was very depleted. I'm not sure why. The Citizen Cap down to 37 men. That Cappadocian could probably take it on now.
We're taking trophies.
It looks like we had a headhunt from myself, and Bactria deciding to pull out of that. Probably just honestly because he's wasting my headhunt. That's honestly probably why he's doing it. But getting some nice jabby volleys on the way down. 173 kills and 74 kills on the Veteran Shield Warrior. Balearic Slinger up to 225. Getting some shots in the back of the Spartan Hoplite.
Stop now.
And they're going to go Hoplite formation. He took his pikes all the way back here because he was tired of getting shot at. The Bactria also has pikes. They're not as good as Carthage is, but pikes are pikes, especially because we don't really have much to do about them. We don't really have much in the way of archers left. Our slingers are pretty much out, and this is painful. The Bactrian archers shooting into me, and I'm not the person that we want to be getting shot with archers. You know, like nobody should be getting shot by them, but if you're going to get shot by them, it shouldn't be me, because I'm the one that's going to die You know, you got these guys over here with 75 armor, but that's not me. I'm in like yellow t-shirt, and that's it. And like, yeah, their helmets are even pretty abysmal. These guys are even only wearing like little headbands. Look like hippies. Nabatean Axe Warriors are eventually going to work their way through the Thorough Spears. Pretty sure Nabate is pretty much out of ammo on his archers, which is good for us. We really were tired of getting shot, I remember that much. There's nothing fun about getting shot, you know, all the time when there's nothing you can do about it. Nabatean Axe Warriors, 82 kills now, 59 on the other one, and these still have pretty good kills left in them. Noble Fighters, 54 kills and down to 63 men, and they are already getting shot as they pass by. They're walking over this way, but I think Salukin saw them coming and is beginning to shoot at them, which is good because they are still healthy enough to get kills, and we don't want that. We want them to just go away. Just go away. Lusitani Guerrillas here, 59 kills. They are pretty much just kind of holding the breach if they can. Got the Spear Noble for Joe back here. He came back here because of the cav that was running around. Once again, I'm not quite sure why the Cappadocian cav didn't go deal with the citizen cav for Bactria, but, you know, whatever, I guess. Ah, the Noble Fighters take... Oh no, that's Libyan Infantry. Where'd the Noble Fighter go? Cretans. There's the African Pike. I think it's this guy. Yep. So, Noble Fighters sitting back here. They think the Cretans are out of ammo, so they're just throwing in their bodies. Still have some stuff left. You can see Galatia's still got stuff on the mountain here. Still got his archers. I've got my Lusitani Noble General. Sorry, just had a complete brain fart there. Still got Galatian Legionaries here. It is a close battle, guys. Very, very close. Still got a lot of stuff, man. Nabatea and Bactria still... Well, Nabatea for the most part. Nabatea and Sparta that have a lot of stuff left. Excuse me. Sparta's got a lot of hoplites. He still has... I think he still has Royal Spartan... I mean, here's Sparta. Heroic Spears. There's the Heroes of Sparta. But that one's pretty weak. And then his general is pretty much untouched. Nabatean Cav, Armored Camel Spearman. I really don't understand why that was chosen. Pretty useless, to be honest with you.
Live to fight another day.
Camels are just slow, and I'm not a fan. Balearics, 284 kills. Still trying to deal with some of the Bactrian Thorax Sword stuff here. His general is still back here. What, he's 72 men, 80 kills. My Balearics just slowing down some of the units of Bactria and Sparta over here. Now what about, so you got the Veteran Shields 108, Lusitani Nobles 221. In the center, oh, looks like the Pikes have actually been initiated here. Thorough Spears, 179 kills. 108, 128. Two fresh units that are barely touched. Well, this one's, there's a 97 one. But I think they're about to throw a new unit in. Oh, look at that, Javi. Not very nice by Nabatea. Not very nice at all.
Get running! Withdraw!
And looks like might be pulling in my general. I think he's coming over here to deal with some of the dumb little, tiny little annoying units that have kind of worked their way in. My Lusitani Noble still running healthy, 95 men. But the Veteran Shield Warrior over here getting a little overwhelmed. We've got a lot of stuff here attacking us, and we don't really have enough here to continue defending it. Now these archers, I'm pretty sure, are out of ammo, which is good for us. Really, really tired of getting shot, to be honest with you. Shot, 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 shot. Everybody! Yeah, once again, like, he's bringing his cav up here, and then he's like, nah, man. Then he comes up here, nah, man. You know, that Spear Noble will screw you up, man. Do not do it. Here comes the Galatian Legionnaires coming to help shore up this defense over here. Cappadocian Cav actually up on the mountain right now. And then he brought his archers back to the top of the hill. I'm not sure that he's really using them, but... now it's like just archers sitting in this point here. Where the hell, like, they brought the... oh, they took the pikemen out. I think they were getting jabbied. So now it is literally just Syrian archers holding our center position. And then you got more stuff taking the goat path up top. Looks like the Oathsworn had actually tried to, like, pursue down. But what we're doing, if I remember correctly, is we're sending the Oathsworn over to help against, like, the Royal Spartans, while we're taking my slightly weaker units to hold the tiny, tiny little goat path. Then you got the Carthaginian general, the camel spearmen. Armored Desert Hoplites look like they may be getting into the fight here. Nothing happened on the hill. I honestly doubt there really will be anything happening on the hill. Got the pikes back into their center position. The Nabatean Axe Warriors really don't have much of an answer to that other than the javelins, and I'm not sure that they have any, so right now it looks like we're going to see an African pikeman versus regular pikemen. The African pikes, if I remember right, are better though. African pikes, 38 melee attack, pike 34, weapon damage 24, 25 melee defense, but 65 armor versus 70 armor. And what about the morale? 45 and 55. So some differences in the stats between the two. The pikes themselves are okay. The African pikes are pretty darn good. Similar to like a thorax pike, pretty much. And here comes more and more of the attackers. Got Armored Desert Hoplites, Bactrian Royal Guard, all being held back. So my general now in combat. You also got the Galatian Legionary, and you got an Oathsworn down here. The Oathsworn, 347 kills, guys. And on this side, you can see my depleted Lusitani Noble and depleted Veteran Shield Warrior holding the goat path against the masses of our enemies. African pikes up to 69 kills now. Not African, but the pike. The African pike actually pulling back 83 kills on it, though. 165 on the Nabatean Axe Warriors. This one, I think, was throwing javelins, but I think it just ran out. Now this one's throwing javelins instead. So Arverni throwing in his Gallic Hunter that's out of ammo to basically just stop them from throwing their javelins. Carthage actually sent up his Noble Fighter up here. 62 kills, 271 on my Lusitani Noble. Got a headhunt. Now up on the hill, we've got Royal Spartans, 57 out of 160. throwing a Intimidate on there, it takes away his ability to use abilities. So like Second Wind or Battle Rhythm, things like that. That's coming for me. 88 kills on my general, 103. What about the Oathsworn? 409 kills. The pikeman up here looking a little sketchy though. You know, he's taking some losses, 119 out of 160. Ooh, look up on the hill here. Got the armored desert hoplites are attacking, and I have no idea what's happening right here. But one of the armored desert hoplites is just forcing its way through a Galatian legionary into another Galatian legionary. I'm betting that somehow the attack command for this unit was accidentally put onto this Galatian legionary, which forced it to like force its way through the original. So there's two units here, and I think that this one accidentally pushed its way through to attack the second unit. It happens sometimes during unit switches when you're pulling one unit out and putting a new unit in. Sometimes the enemy has an attack order on the first unit, so when you try to pull it out, it forces that unit forwards. Usually the way to avoid that is with, I want to say like hold fast, but that's not what it is. Stand your ground or whatever it is, where it basically just means that your units aren't supposed to pursue things. Bactria's pikes up here are going to be a little bit of an issue. You got the Cappadocian Cav up here, and the Camel Spearmen, 46 out of 80. 38 kills even.
Live to fight another day. Hack them down.
You can see that first Armored Desert Hoplite is about to break. It's wavering. The second one is really starting to lose men. 264 kills, 353 kills. This Galatian Legionary up here is just ripping people to shreds. Now the Paraoke Spears still have ammo. Now they're throwing at the pikemen. Then looks like Nabatean Axe Warrior trying to like force its way into the pikes. Lusitani Noble, 141 kills. Look at the Galatian Legionary up here, 184. Got fire arrows shooting over here. Been trying to use the combination of the fire arrows with my ability use, my war cry, which causes morale issues, which is really nice actually. So when you combo, so fire arrows cause morale issues. So then you put the fire arrows plus the war cry, and it causes more morale issues on a unit. And then you can also, you know, so a good combo is, so let's say like Swaby, you bring the warrior general, you bring archers, so like Himbri bowwomen, and then you bring like Hexbearers. Hexbearers have Curse, which is another morale issue. So what you do, you take a unit like this, see how it's yellow? Take a unit like that, or even better, the Bactria and Royal Guard here, which is red, and you use your fire arrows, you use your war cry from the general, and you use your curse all at the same time, and that unit would probably break immediately. Both of these, now this one's red. 3 of those all on one unit is pretty nasty. And look at this. So the pike unit, the African pike, has now moved forward because they were able to weaken the Seleucid pikemen. So the African pike might be able to take this fight now. The bad part, though, is that the African pike is the one advancing and attacking, and it will always be at a disadvantage then. The pike that is standing still is the one that typically wins, just to be perfectly honest with you. You know, that obviously that's situationally, and there are definitely things that change that. But for the most part, that's usually how it goes. Look at the Oathsworn for our Bernie. 522 kills. Now, right now, he's really just killing chaff. You know, the Syrian archers here. But still, man, 75 men left in it. 535 kills now. 299 on the Lucentine Nobles. 223 on my General. The Pike, they're almost dead even. The other issue the African Pikes are having, they're exhausted. The Pike unit is only winded, so the African Pike is once again at a further disadvantage. There's nothing left on the mountain over here, so Galatia should just honestly bring the stuff back to help us finish. Carthaginian General is might be finished. I thought he was gonna break there, but I guess not. 33 kills on it. Lusitani Guerrillas helping finish it off. Galatian Legionaries with 203 kills gonna go help, looks like. Here comes the Nabatean General attacking the Spear Noble. Oh, bad. Shield screen, cavalry counter tactics. That Nabatean Noble Cav is not gonna have a good day on that. Then the Oathsworn coming in and trying to get a piece of the pie. And I think it's fair to say at this point that this battle is pretty much done. You can see that the balance power is very, very heavily in our favor as the defenders. And you can see stuff really starting to break with a lot of Galatia left. Arverni and myself don't have a whole lot left, but Galatia has plenty to finish this fight. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much just the Nabatean troops and some kind of tiny leftover Spartan stuff, but I think it's fair to say that this is done. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward to the end here. I believe they actually end up running out of time. Alright, so let's go look at some kills here. So for myself, I've got 2,375 kills. My two nobles both doing really well, over 200 kills, almost 300 on this one. 286 on the slinger. A couple of my slingers I really could have done better with. And then my veteran shield warriors, for the most part, doing pretty well. And then Foxus Bat as Galatia with 2,348 kills, but he had a lot of kills left in his army. He had a lot of stuff left. So yeah, 443, 290 on the Galatian Legionaries. Got Dairy Farmer Seleucid with 2,024 kills. 185 on a pike. Not something you typically see very often. His infantry did okay. His archers did pretty good. 223 on one of his infantry. And finally, one of our other backseat generals, Joe Onnet, as Arverni, 2,058 kills. Some of his archers, you know, this guy here, not great, but the other ones did pretty solid. His Gen 73 kills and very, very healthy. Look at the Oathsworn, 569 with the triple chevron on it. Then for the attackers, we got Royal Athenian as Bactria, 1,941 kills. A couple of his archers probably could have done a little better. His infantry actually did relatively solid here, a lot of 170s. We've got Wild Sweet as Nabatea with 1,886 kills. Archers 187. I mean, all of his archers actually did really well. His infantry, some of it did really well, but some of it really not so great. Got Nivlek as Carthage, 2,451 kills. Really, honestly, carrying a lot of that attack. His Libyan infantry, 340, 191. Noble fighters really probably didn't get quite as good. They really got shot up. Scutari, 253, 196. And finally, for the attackers, we got Sparta being commanded by Billy Blazes, 1,910 kills. His archers pretty good. His Heroes of Sparta did pretty solid there, 219, 181. But Spartan Hoplites, 197, 142 is really the best there. So that is going to be it for today's battle. Thank you guys so much for joining. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We also have channel memberships. We have a Patreon. Both of those. So the Patreon is in the description, and the channel memberships are on the channel. If you go to my page, it'll say join right there. So if you guys are interested in supporting the channel in a higher form, that is the way to do it. But other than that, thank you guys so much for joining. We will see you guys next time.